Okay, cast assessment time thing. I'm going to be playing Isaac and trying not to die. Okay, first we've got Aiden. Aiden's a cool gamer. I like Aiden quite a bit. He's hosting Disnorgs. He's pretty cool. We've only played one org together, and that was Monteverde, which Monteverde is going to be said a lot in this confessional. This season has 6 different people who all made merge, who are all in this season, not including me. There's going to be a lot of references to it just because it was not a good time for me. Okay, so Aiden got, I think, 7th in Monteverde. We were allies, and he never talked to me. It was a little bit miserable, and if he thinks he can get away with, hey, we're going to be buddy-buddy allies with zero communication, he's nuts. But he's also super close to Cooper, and, like, they're BFFs, and I think the only one who Cooper probably talks more to than Aiden is Snorbdad. So that's definite worry. But the goal is to just get a 3-way with them and just not give them the opportunity to turn on me, because Aiden and Cooper will both side with each other over me, which is never a good thing. I definitely think would be a good one to work with. He's a returnee, so he'll be on my tribe to start with. He's probably going to be one of the first 3 people I message on the tribe. The goal for that tribe is definitely going to be to try and get an alliance of me, Cooper, and Whale, just because those are the people I kind of trust right off the bat. But I could easily see myself working with Troy and Jordan as well, just because they're cool too. But we'll get into them later. Aiden, he's cool. He likes Cooper a lot, so they're gonna work together, and I have to worry for that. But he's probably an instant ally if I start talking to him. Cooper. Now, I don't really know, because the last time I played with Cooper, the reason he won is because he rhymed a lot. Now, not to knock Cooper's game, because Cooper's game was excellent, but the rhyming gimmick helped a lot. The rhyming gimmick made him win Republic. I don't care what he says. But I have not played an org with Cooper since, and I have not actually watched Cooper play an org since. Like, realistically, I've watched him, like, kind of, but, like, the only orgs are Hogwarts, which I just posted fire everywhere, and the whatever, Alice's org, which didn't go well. But we're not going to talk about that, because this is about me, not about Cooper. Okay, so I want to work with Cooper. Cooper's one of those people that I really want to work with. He's fun. I've wanted to play an org with him since Republic, and I hope it goes a hell of a lot better than Republic, because in Republic, Cooper kind of flipped on me, and I still voted him to win because Cooper was cool. Generally, very similar ideas to Aiden. They're going to be very close to each other. Cooper's also instantly going to have Whale, maybe a little bit more than me. I'm not really sure where him and Whale stand, but I know that they've worked together in the past, especially since Hogwarts. So I know it was part of, like, Whale definitely wanted to work with Cooper in Hogwarts. Yeah, so he's someone to watch out for later and not getting stuck in a situation of, oh shit, it's me or Aiden. Cooper's always going to pick Aiden. So we just don't put ourselves in that situation. Easy peasy. Dylan. I'm going to try and not be mean in this voice con. Like, in cons, in my normal cons, I might be really mean. And there's a definite chance of that, because, like I said, Monteverde was not a good experience for me. And Dylan winning doesn't help my mental state at all, because it still hurts me that he won that season. But, like, I'm going to try and be nice because I'm a good gamer. Now, Dylan, I've yet to see actually play the video game. I've never spectated him. I played with him in Monteverde, and in Monteverde, his social game was awful. And for the most part, every conversation I was the driving force of. Every time anything happened, it really didn't have anything to do with him. And like, he fell apart after like final 11 or so, he just like disappeared completely, and the only people he ever talked to were the Australians, which is never a good strategy. Dylan is definitely someone I'm not really interested in working with. He's like not the last person on earth I'd work with, because if I'm thrown into the situation where it helps us both, I'm not going to say no, fuck you, I hate you. But at the same time, I'm not going to actively seek him out to try and work with him, just because I am still very much bitter. Um, I don't really think he's the biggest threat. I think he can be good socially if he's around, but that's only if he's actually around to play the game. Um, I don't know. Other than that, it's like, yes, he could be a threat later on, and I definitely shouldn't ignore him, but he's not really top on my priority list of like anything. Like, I wouldn't want him to stick around for a goat, but he could definitely end up being an easy or early merge boot, or fucking early pre or mid pre merge boot, but I doubt he'll be a first boot. Okay. After Dylan, Jordan. Jordan terrifies me. I've played with Jordan once, and that was in our Survivors All Stars. That was an experience. But me and Jordan started off in the same tribe. Me and Alex and him, we got into a trio very fast, and I had a lot of enjoyable conversations with Jordan. I really like Jordan. The issue with that is everyone likes Jordan. I don't know anyone who's actively said they dislike Jordan, which is terrifying because he's very good socially, and he's also not stupid strategically. He's fucking terrifying. I respect the hell out of his game, and I definitely he reminds me a lot of Snorby, because you're gonna watch the Snorby and it's gonna be great. Snorby, you like, he's a little bit more social, whereas you're a little bit more strategic, but you play very similar games, and I feel like of anybody, he would have the easiest. Him and Cooper are both going to have a read on my game very early. Not saying I don't want to work with him, because he's someone I really enjoy talking to, but I definitely think if he gets left in the game, he will take it and run, which is a scary thought. So yeah, Jordan I would like to work with, but also I definitely would need to cut him earlier rather than later. He's someone that would need to be cut from 11 to 7. If he gets to the final 6, he might run to the end and just win, just because he's that good. But he's probably, outside of Aiden, Cooper, and Whale, he's probably the first one that I would want to talk to, just because I've had good experiences with him in the past, and I definitely think that could be an easy alliance right there. And if it comes to a majority, I definitely want him in my majority. Who's next? Lex. Okay, so Lex didn't show up the last org I played. Kind of similar to Dylan, but like she got booted at like 9, whereas Dylan made it all the way to the end. I really don't know anything about her game. I know she's gotten far in a couple different orgs, and she knows how to play orgs. She just didn't show up to play for the one org we played together, which sucks because we seem to have similar interests. By similar interest, I mean we both like tequila and we both like ska music, but it's similar enough that there should be at least something to talk about. But regularly, I didn't get ghosted, but it was like one word answers. We barely talked, and it just wasn't a pleasant experience. Hopefully I can turn that around, but very similar to Dylan, I'm still a little bit bitter about Monteverde. Not enough that I'm going to up and say, fuck you, I'm not playing with you, but enough that if I get the choice, I'm going to boot her rather than keep her. Yeah, that's about it for Lex. Next is me. I'm Nico. Next would be Saj. I don't know who this person is. They're with Gabrielle. I think it's Gabrielle. They're with Gabrielle, and I don't know either of them. So that's a big question mark. I might go back to a past season and go look at their game, but I don't know who this person is and what they employ at all. So Shrug. I know that they played the same season as Dylan and Lex, and Whale, so I'll probably get the information from them on who he is, but, like, until then, he's a question mark. I usually am pretty good with question marks. I play with new people better than I play with people I already know. It definitely, past seasons affect my judgment, so having someone new is very nice, especially because they might not know about my strategy of get to the end with a goat and a strong person, and take the goat to the end because loyalty's dumb. Oh, that was bad. So yeah, don't know who Saj is. Spencer, another Monteverde. Spencer is someone that I kind of misread for Monteverde. I took him as a pretty smart player, and he misread multiple social situations that me and him had together. I don't know. I post meme gifs all the time, and he took some gif of Josh Allen, the quarterback of the Bills, doing a Fortnite dance as me taunting him when I voted him out, which just really wasn't happening. Like, yes, I voted him out, but the two things were not at all related. Like, it was something that I was posting as a conversation starter, and I don't know why he took it as, haha, I'm mocking you for voting you out. I don't know how anyone really got that, because me and Dylan both all season had been posting that gif as a meme. I use it like the whale gif. It was real dumb, and him thinking I was mocking him and then repeatedly saying that in Ponderosa was pretty fucking stupid. But out of all of the people who in the merge, I did enjoy talking to him quite a bit. He's probably the one that I'm going to be trying to work with the most from the Monteverde people, because he was the person that I could end up talking to the most. He was active, he was trying, and that's a lot of the reason that he went home. I don't know a ton about his game. I've never really seen him play. Like, he was apparently very social and had a lot of control in his early tribe in Monteverde. But like I said, I didn't get to see a lot of that just because we were never on the same tribe. So he's definitely someone that if I need a majority, he's the number I go to well before Lex or Jordan. He's not the first person I'm going to go to, but I'm not going to balk at him, especially comparatively to what else is there. I don't, like, there's always going to be a little bit of, I should have won that season, but it's not enough to really change this season. Next, Troy. So I watched Troy play Italy recently, which was the most recent Borg season, and he played very well. He ended up getting, like, he was mid-merge, I think he went. He was, like, 7th or 8th. But he played pretty well, and it was interesting to watch him play. He's a very strategic player, and he knows what he's doing. Ooh, that's a cool worm. He's someone similar to Jordan, but I feel like if we don't instantly connect, he's someone that I'm not going to be able to work with for a lot of it. But I don't know. I've never actually had a conversation with the dude. He's definitely someone that I could very easily work with, but on the flip side, he's someone that if we don't connect immediately, I might try and eat him, just because I know he'll be a big giant threat later on. Whale's a fucking gamer. So, Whale, me and Whale have now played this will be our third org together, and every org I've played, the past two orgs, which were Monteverde, and Hercules, we worked together in those orgs. We got along fabulously, we think similarly, but at the end of the day, he's not a bad org player, he just makes very rash decisions sometimes that usually fuck him over. I definitely, like, in Monteverde, he was, like, just the first one that, he was merge boot there, and the main reason he went was just because the majority decided on him. He also overstepped his bounds a little, and he went to Ash and tried to yeet someone, and Ash was like, no thank you, and that's the main reason he got yeeted. In Hercules, I had a very good grasp on him. We were ride or dies, but I held pretty much all the power, and it would have gone very well for me if I didn't get 12th because I did a big dumb. But that doesn't change the fact that we had a really good relationship, and like I went, Ash went, and then Whale went because he made a stupid move. I really feel like if I'm sitting next to him, I can keep a rein on him doing stupid rash shit, and he can very easily be a number for me for this entire game. He's the person that I'm probably going to go to and try and get ride or die buddies with. Yes, I'm going to be sincere with it because I do want to take him to the end, but I've also, like, I read his cons in Hercules and he had no intention of taking me all the way. He didn't think, or I don't know if he had full intentions of taking me. I just know he said he couldn't beat me. So I take that as you're not going to take me to the end if you don't think you can beat me. Now, that might not be how he plays. I don't know. But in the past, it's been if you're not going to take, if you don't think you can beat someone at the end, you're not going to take them to the end because that's just the logical conclusion. So he's definitely someone I want to keep around. He's a big comp threat, so he's an easy shield for merge, and he's also a free number for me, which is very useful. Now, I do think Cooper and Aiden are both going to know about that, but I don't know what they're going to do about it because I guarantee, at least for a lot of this game, me, Aiden, and Cooper are going to be working together. I do think it might turn out to be like eventually it's going to be Cooper asks for Whale's vote, I ask for Whale's vote, and we decide differently, and Whale's going to have to side with one of us. I think he sides with me, but that's just my opinion. He could easily side with Cooper, and I could just be big wrong. I think I have the edge, but I don't know. Cooper's very social and good at orgs. Yeah, that's about it for Whale. He's definitely someone I want to work with, but I like realistically, he's someone that I'm going to have to cut. Not really early, but he's probably going to have to go mid merge because he's not going to let me take him to the end. He's going to backstab me. It's just going to happen, which we can't have that if we want to win. So that's about it for Whale. Ah, boo, Bob. Bobject, the very hot Bobject. Okay, I love Bob. I love Bob to death. The first org we played together was Hercules, and I basically threw my game away for this dude. I enjoy the fuck out of talking to Bob. I've yet to have a conversation with Bob that I did not enjoy. He's basically Whale, but with less social skills and less app strength. That's how I would describe Bob. That also doesn't really, it's not really fair to him because he's funny as hell. He's the memer. He's a pro memer. And he's definitely someone that I'm going to... Oh, fuck, I didn't mean a D6. He's definitely someone I'm going to try and work with. Hopefully, it ends up and he swaps to me and Whale, because if I get a trio of me, Bob, and Whale, that's a power trio of people that, like... Whale is the instant target. Like, I would be the target of, like... hey, players, but Whale is going to be the comp threat, and people usually get really, really scared of comp threats when they're not necessary. And if it came down to it, I think I beat Whale in something like Endurance. Now, he's going to dust the floor with me in every app we ever play, but that doesn't really matter. Apps are not my thing. Like, I'm not awful at apps, but there's never going to be a situation... I don't know of anyone in this org that's going to be like, I'm going to beat Whale on an app. It's just not going to happen. But yeah, me, Bob, and Whale, if that can happen at some point, if we get that nice swap or something, that'd be so nice. That would be my ideal trio. Like a final three would be me, Bob, and Whale. Because I think that, like, I don't know if Whale will be able to convince Bob that ditching me is a good plan. And I really feel like if I get to an FTC with those three, like the three of us, I win that in most situations. So that would be my ideal three at the end. Realistically, hopefully I can get it to be something like me, a bigger threat, Whale, and Bob, and we can end up yeeting someone who's a bigger threat than me, and I can end up winning. That would be the ideal strategy. But obviously, that's huge speculation for down the end, because if you get pre-merge, that doesn't really matter. Alright, Dink. Never played with Dink before. I know he's a meme from Lion King, and he's a meme from just in general Disnorgs. He's like the meme, the original meme, and everybody loves him. Cooper is loved ones with him, but I don't like... I think their only connection is Disnorgs. So that kind of helps for me because Cooper's not going to sit there and like throw his game away for his loved ones. The only one, like, I know Aiden won't, I know Cooper won't, I won't, and I know Whale won't. I don't know about any of the other I don't know anyone else's relationship with their loved ones. So I don't know who's really, really close and willing to throw their game away for their partner, and who's like, ha, fuck you, I want to win. It's just kind of that. But Dink, I don't really know how he plays. I don't know what his strategy is. I'm pretty sure he plays similarly to Bob, where it's like not really the most social dependent person in the world, but also like nice guy who gets along with everyone. He's another one that I'm fully willing to work with, but I don't really know much about him. I don't know if he's a crackhead like Chippy or if he's just a gamer like Bob. We'll find out. I have no idea who Ben is. I have no idea who Keely is. Next would be Kylie, and the only thing I know about her is that she knows Lex, and that's because she and Lex both played Rob's Our Survivors fucking Blood versus Water, which is still going on, but they both went pre-merge, so they don't have a good track record for Blood versus Water season. So they could easily be early boots, but also at the same time, I have no idea. I don't know anything about her. I just know that she went pre-merge in Rob's org. Pig. Okay, so I really like Pig. Pig is one of my old friends from before I even started playing orgs when I was super into Gmod servers. We were buddy playing fucking Jailbreak together, if anybody remembers what the fuck Jailbreak is. It was Gmod game mode, but we've been friends since. We were both mods on the server, and I was the one who got him into orgs. He's played a few. I think he's placed well in most of them. He's also placed he's played like 2 All-Star seasons, I think. 1 All-Star season he placed really well. He got like 3rd, I think, and the other one he got 17th because he got swap fucked. But I'm very confident that he can show up to play, and he's also going to be not an easy ally, but he's someone that I know I will instantly be able to rely on, which is very nice. I really like him, and I definitely feel like we can go far together if we swap favorably, because he could definitely be someone that I could sit in a power alliance with. I don't know a ton about his playing, though, because I've never actually played with him. The only time I played with him was the All-Star season where he got swap fucked, where we both ended up getting swap fucked. But we played together. That was the only time, and I never actually gotten onto a tribe with him, which really sucked. So hopefully this time he doesn't go pre-merge, because that would really suck. But I'm pretty sure he will be able to form social connections to not get himself fucked early. I don't know who Gabrielle is. I don't know who Regan is. I don't know who SQ is, and I don't know who Forge is. So that was really long, and I only talked about like 7 or 8 names. So yeah, that's the cast assessment for Nico. If you guys liked it, please like, share, and subscribe.